Hello everybody, welcome to my September empties video. I'm going to be telling you all about the products that I finished off in the month of September. Now I finished off 10 items, which I was really surprised about because the month before that, in August, I've got my list here in front of me, I finished off 18 items. So I didn't actually think that there would be many items left for me to use up. So the fact that I've used up 10 is pretty darn good. And my monthly average seems to be around about 12. So pretty impressed with this figure. And I've got a really nice mix as well between skincare, hair care, body care, makeup and a bit of nails in there as well. So a nice variety of products to talk about. So let's just get straight into it. I do have two makeup items to talk about. However, they are both Project Pan items and I'm going to be filming my Project Pan next. So I think I'm going to talk about these items in my Project Pan video because they are quite exciting items as well. So I think I'm going to keep the suspense. If you want to know what they are, watch my Project Pan video. But for now, all I'm going to say is that I've used up two makeup items. Okay, so third item then, moving on to another Project Pan, but this is my other Project Pan. So I have a makeup Project Pan going on and then a Project Pan where I include any other beauty related item that isn't makeup. So I included mid-August OPI Nail Envy and I have come to the end of this. There is still a little bit of product left in this, but I was thinking, has anybody ever actually fully completed a nail varnish? Has anybody ever been able to fully scrape out all of the product within a nail varnish bottle? Because if you have, I'm very impressed. So I've scraped out as much of this product as I physically can. Now I included this in my Project Pan because I find that when you get to about halfway down a bottle of Nail Envy, the texture just gets really thick, really gloopy. It's really unpleasant to work with. And I just wanted to get it used up for those reasons. However, I do love OPI Nail Envy. I used to be a nail biter and there are times when I do get a bit anxious and I unfortunately bite my nails. This one here is a little bit short. It's split and then I kind of bit it to even it out. So I have 9 long nails and 1 short one. But Nail Envy just works for me. It's the product I used to help me, I suppose, not completely stop, but I'm going to say stop biting my nails. It's a strengthener, it's a hardener, and it helps your nails to grow that bit quicker. So on bare nails, you apply 2 coats and then every other day for about a week you apply another coat, and I really can tell the difference with Nail Envy. I think it is a brilliant product, but the only thing I don't like about it is the fact that it does get gloopy and thick and a bit of a nuisance to use when you get about halfway down the bottle. So I am thinking, instead of replacing Nail Envy, shall I try and find a different brand? I think Nails Inc do a similar product as well, because I do feel a little bit cheated because only about half of the product is really usable. But saying that, it is a really good product. I get great results out of it, but I just wish that they would be able to overcome and deal with the gloopy, tacky texture. Okay, moving on to skincare then, I have 5 skincare items. Another Project Pan item is my Medicate Press and Glow. This is an exfoliating PHA tonic, so PHA is a bit more gentle. So where I now have a bit of sensitive skin, PHA is great for my kind of skin type. And I've started skin cycling, so I do one night exfoliant like this, 1 night retinol, and then the next 2 nights of barrier repair, and then I repeat the process. So this is the product I've been using on my exfoliating nights. So you take the lid off, it's a push down top, so you get a reusable cotton pad, push down, get some product on your pad, wipe it around your face, and then you carry on with your skincare routine. And I do find that this is quite gentle. It has a bit of a brightening effect, but I like the fact that my skin can really tolerate it. It doesn't sting, it doesn't tingle, it doesn't burn. So it's definitely one that I would repurchase, and you can get the the refill for this. Ooh, I just this second remembered that. So I think I'm going to hold onto this bottle. I'm not going to recycle it, and I'm going to see if I can get the refill for this. Another skincare item. This is from M&S and this is the Pure range, and this is the Ultimate Cleanse Rose Cleansing Balm. It's in a 100-gram tub, and I love to use a cleansing balm as like a year-round cleanser. And I use it in the evening to remove my makeup, especially when I've got like a full face of makeup on like this. I find that a cleansing oil doesn't remove all of my makeup. I have to go in with a cleansing balm. Now I love Elemis Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm. Holy Grail, all-time favourite cleansing balm. It is brilliant. This, however, is a really good affordable option. I think this was around about £12, I think, from memory. Now this is good, but it's not as good as the Elemis one. The Elemis is that bit better at removing all of my makeup. I prefer the smell of the Elemis one as well. Now I know some people don't because it is very heavily fragranced with essential oils, but I personally love that. This one has much more of a gentle smell, and actually when I was cleaning the tub yesterday I read it and went, Ultimate Cleanse Rose Cleansing Balm. This doesn't smell of rose. And I would kind of know because I love rose. Rose is my favourite scent, and this doesn't really scream of rose to me. I mean, even smelling it now, it's fragrance, but it's not like, oh yeah, that's rose. It's nice, but I definitely think they could be a little bit heavier with the rose. Also, the texture of this is different as well. The Elemis one is a very smooth texture. This one has more, it has more of a grainy texture. It doesn't feel grainy, but it looks grainy. So the texture in this kind of separates. It's not entirely smooth like the Elemis one is, and this one is a lot softer as well. So this one wouldn't be able to withstand as hot temperatures as, say, the Elemis one would. I would repurchase this one. I would definitely try this one again. I really enjoyed it, but if I had the choice between the Elemis and the M&S one, I would go for the Elemis one. But then I do realise that that is probably about 3-4 times the price of this one. Another skincare item, 50 ml of Cetraben, and I noticed this from Dr. Shireen Idris's TikTok. She put up a TikTok about some Holy Grail products, I think, including as well the Aveeno Calm and Restore Serum. So I've got a couple of products from her suggestions, and she suggested this as really good for, like, I suppose she demonstrated it on her neck for like crepey neck, but she just said that it's a really good moisturiser in terms of plumping up the skin, improving skin texture, just making skin look a little bit more juicy and hydrated. And as well as having a little bit of sensitive skin, my skin is also quite dehydrated, so I'm looking for really simple hydrating products, and this was about £5 from Boots, so an absolute bargain. And it says as well it's for dry, itchy and eczema prone skin, soothes and protects dry, itchy skin. So if a product is designed for skin like that, skin that's itchy, skin that's got eczema, you know it's going to be really hydrating, soothing, calming. So although I don't have itchy and eczema prone skin, I felt like the ingredients that would be in it would be beneficial to my skin, and I really enjoyed it. It's a very thick texture, so it's in a pump. If you pump it out onto your hand, it's not going to move, it's not runny, and it is quite kind of springy, so if you do that to it, it does have a really springy texture, and it is very hydrating, very easy to use, blends in really, really nicely. Just a really pleasant, enjoyable product to use. Great price point, great ingredients, definitely something that I would repurchase, especially for this time of year. Now that the temperatures have dropped in the UK, we're in autumn, we're going to be moving into winter, and I'm going to need to step up my skincare products, go for ones that are a lot more hydrating. So this one I will definitely repurchase, really enjoyed this. Another skincare item, this is an SPF, and I thought I had completely used up all of these, but I found one in my bathroom cabinet, and it's the Bondi Sands Face SPF 50, and I think I just bought a few of these back when I really enjoyed this SPF and I found it on a good discount. I thought, well, I like it, let's stock up whilst it's at a good price. I do like it, however it just makes my face so incredibly shiny afterwards, and that's not really how I like my skin to look. I like it to look a little bit plump, a little bit juicy, but this is just next level shine. So much so that throughout the day I have to keep like blotting my face. However, it's a really good SPF to use. It's got a lovely hydrating texture. It's fragrance free as well, so I know that there's not going to be any fragrance in it that might irritate my skin. High SPF 50 as well, great price point, and it's also a big 75ml tube as well, which is great for an SPF because typically SPF bottles are quite small. Now I did talk about this I think in my last month's Empties, and Bondi Sands did comment and they said that they do have a mineral run coming soon, so keep your eyes peeled. So I'm very interested in trying that one, and I hope that it is just less shiny than this one. If you love that really dewy shiny look, go for this SPF, you won't be disappointed, but it's just a little bit too much for me. So in last month's empties, I had 2 of these little Elizabeth Arden capsule tubes to talk about, and this is the 3rd one that I've used up. So these are the Retinol Ceramide capsules, and they are little pink, dusky rose pink capsules that contain retinol in. Don't know what the percentage of the retinol is, however, so that's really kind of my downside with this. However, I don't think it's that strong because my skin tolerated it fine. Really easy product to use. Twist off the tube, squeeze it out into your hand. It had a fairly thick texture, and then rub it into your face. I waited about 20 minutes and then followed up with a moisturiser. However, I don't think the retinol concentration in this is that high, because I did notice that my skin got very dry in that 20-minute period. Whereas if I use I've decanted it because I'm nearly out. If I use my Medicate Crystal Retinol 3, I don't get as much dryness. So that 20-minute period between applying a retinol and waiting for my moisturiser is a lot more comfortable with the Medicate compared to the Elizabeth Arden. So maybe the Elizabeth Arden is better for people who are new to retinol and you just want to try it out, see if your skin tolerates it. And also you get 7 in here as well, so it's a nice way to try it. However, the downside with that is that you don't have enough of it to fully try it and to fully get to know the product. But I did enjoy using it. Don't think I loved all 3 of these capsules enough to buy them again, and they are very pricey as well. But glad that I got around to trying them. Okay, penultimate product, Dove Gentle Scrub Body Wash. Now this is meant to be, like the name suggests, a really gentle version of a body scrub. So it's like a thick body wash, but it has very, very fine scrubby granules within it. However, the granules are just so incredibly fine, it doesn't feel like you're using a body scrub. So for somebody like myself who likes to know that you're using a body scrub, I wouldn't repurchase this. However, if you have very delicate skin, very sensitive skin, and you have to go really gentle on your products but you still want a bit of exfoliation, then this would be a good one to try, because it is very gentle and the body wash in which it's encapsulated in is very thick and hydrating. Give this one a go, see how you get on. But for me, I want something a bit more abrasive, but obviously it's not going to, you know, take a layer of my skin off. So this I did actually end up using with exfoliating gloves because I didn't feel like it was exfoliating enough. But on its own, it just really didn't do the job for me. So this is one that I would not repurchase. However, Dove body washes without the gentle scrub in it, I really, really like. So I would buy them, but this one is a no. And then last product is shampoo. And I bought this from, I think I want to say Chris Wenzel. I came across his videos on TikTok. He's a hairstylist out in Miami, I think. And he makes figuring out what hair products you need really easy. Now I have fine thin hair that has no volume, no lift, no texture, anything in it, very fine, very flat. And he suggested that the shampoo for my type of hair texture would be Redken Volume Injection Shampoo. So I bought the 300ml bottle of it and I really like it. Now I will be honest, after I use it, I do not have this beautiful 90s blowout. That's not what I get from my hair, but I just get a little bit, so it's not really flat to my head. Today's hair wash day, so ignore the hair. So I don't get amazing results with this, but I get better results with this compared to shampoos I've used in the past. So I am going to stick with this one, and I have actually bought the litre bottle. It's currently on the floor in my shower because it's too big to go in my shower holder. So I have already repurchased it. The smell of this, I wonder if it will still smell. Oh, it's so nice. It's really sweet and refreshing. It's a lovely, lovely scent. You don't need a lot of this. So I actually got through this very, very slowly. I think this probably took me 6 months, I think. And this lathers up really well as well. Makes my hair feel very clean, but not stripped of oils or stripped of any moisture afterwards. Got on with this really well. Would recommend this to people who have a similar hair type to myself. And then because I repurchased it, I would obviously repurchase it again. I really liked it. So those were my empties for the month of September. Please let me know if you've tried any of them and what your thoughts are on these products. Also, please let me know if you have suggestions as well. So for example, a shampoo or an exfoliating body wash. And also please keep an eye out for my project pan video as well, where I will talk about those 2 makeup items that I didn't really talk about in today's video. But thanks very much for watching, guys. Hope you liked it, and I'll see you again soon for my project pan. Bye.